Welcome back to my channel. Here we are going to be working on the surface development of this truncated oblique cone. Surface development of truncated oblique cone. All right, so for this oblique cone that we have here, okay, we have the distance from here to here is 60 millimeters. That is for the circular base of the truncated oblique cone. We have diameter to be 60 millimeters, and then we also have that the distance from here to this point where this cutting plane touch this side is 32 millimeters, and then we have the distance from here to this point where the cutting plane touches this side is 46 millimeters, and total height is 70 millimeters. And then for us to locate this point, which is the apex of the cone, we have to take a measurement of 10 millimeters from here to here. So you will see how I'm going to do it, and then you will see how simple it is. So what we are to do right now is that we are going to draw a horizontal center line. So we draw a short horizontal center line like this, okay? So we draw a short horizontal center line. So here we have the center line, so like this, and then we are going to draw a vertical, a short vertical center line. So we also have a short vertical center line here like this. Okay, so we have this, and then we take a measurement of 30 millimeters, so which is half of the 60 millimeters given to us as diameter of the circular base of the truncated oblique cone. So we put the pinpoint here, and then we draw a circle. So we draw a circle like this. So here we have this circle now. Okay, so this circle, we are going to divide it into 12 equal parts. We divide the circle into 12 equal parts here, as I'm doing it here. So divide into 12 equal parts. Okay, so sliding the set square to this side. So we also draw a line like this from here to here. And then we turn the set square to this way. So we draw a line from here to here, and then so we also come to this side. So we draw a line from here to here. All right, so we have the circle divided into 12 equal parts. I'm going to label the point on the circle. I'll call this point, this is point 0, this is point 1, this is point 2, this is point 3, here is point 4, this is point 5, this is point 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we have this point to be point 9, this is point 10, and this is point 11. Okay, so then the next thing that we are going to do is to draw the elevation that we are given. So we come up a bit, okay, and then we draw a horizontal line like this. Then we draw a horizontal line, and then so we are going to draw a vertical line from this point 0. We draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal line, okay. Then from this point 11 here, we draw for 111, and then from point 10 we draw for 210, and then we extend this center line for 3 and 9 to touch the horizontal line. For 4, 8 we draw, and for 5, 7 we draw a vertical line, touch the horizontal line, and then for 6 we draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal line. So what we are to do now, so look at what we have here. So this point that we have here is this is the point. So that is along this 0. So for us to now locate this apex, we have to take a measurement of 10 millimeters from here to here. So I will take a measurement of 10 millimeters from this point. So to this side, this is 10 millimeters, and at this point here, I'm going to draw a vertical line. So I will draw a vertical line up like this, okay. So on this vertical line, I will take the height of the cone, which is 70 millimeters. This is 70 millimeters. So now each of these points will be connected to this apex, okay. So this is the apex of the cone. So let's call this point, let's call it point O here. So we are now going to connect each of these points with the apex of the cone, that is point O. So we draw a line from here to the apex. So we also draw a line from this point here to the apex from here to here. So then we draw a line from here so to the apex of the cone. So we have this. Then this one is a center line. So this is center line. I will draw it as a center line. So we draw it as a center line like this. Okay, then we draw from here. So we draw from here. So we draw a line from this point to touch point O there, so that is the apex of the cone. We also draw from here to the apex of the cone, and then we draw from this point to the apex of the cone. All right, so this is what we have. So what we are going to do now is that, so for this dimension that we have here, for us to locate this point where this cutting plane touches this side, we will take a measurement of 32 millimeters up from this point. So this is 32 millimeters. So this is 32 millimeters here. So here we have 32 millimeters. So I'm going to trace it. So I'll just mark it here on this side. So we have this. And then, so for us to also get this point, we will take a measurement of 46 millimeters off from this point. So take 46 millimeters along this vertical line. So 46, this is 46 millimeters. So just what, trace it here to touch this line. So it touches it here. So what we have to do now is to produce the cutting plane. So we draw the cutting plane like this. Okay, so we draw the cutting plane. So the cutting plane goes like this. And then, okay, so this is the cutting plane. So what we have to do now, this is cut off. So we now have this part. So this line, we make it a thick line, only these two lines, and then the base. So we also make this now one a thick line from here to here, and then the base, we also make it a thick line. Okay, so here we have it drawn as a thick line. So this part is cut off. Now I want us to draw the plan of this truncated oblique cone. So in case we are asked to draw the plan, so let us draw the plan, because when we take this off, we are going to have a rough surface here. I want us to draw it and see it here in the plan in case you're asked to draw the plan of the truncated oblique cone. So how can we draw the plan? So what we have to do now, so we extend this horizontal line. So we extend it a bit to this side, and then so we come to this point here. We are going to draw a vertical line here. So we draw a vertical line here to touch this. Okay, so this point, I'll call it point O prime prime. So O prime prime, sorry, point O prime. So we call it point O prime. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we are going to be drawing a vertical line. So for this line 0, this is line 0 here. So from this point where this cutting plane touches line 0, so I will draw a vertical line down here. Okay, then okay, so coming to this point, so this is for 111. I will draw a vertical line down here. Okay, then next we have what, so next we have that of 210. So we draw a vertical line, and then that of 39, so draw a vertical line. So that of 48, so draw a vertical line. That of 57 here, so draw a vertical line, and that of 6, so draw a vertical line down here. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that from each of these points on the circle, we are drawing a line to connect them with the apex of the cone, that is point O prime. So if I do that for 1, so for 1 here, so drawing a line for 1 from here to here, so draw a line also for 2, so for 2, draw a line from here to here for 2, and then we draw for 3, so from here for 3. Okay, then for 4, so we have this for 4. Okay, then for 5, so we draw for 5 from here to here. So for 6, so which is already done, so I'll just make it line like this. Then for 7, so we draw a line from here to O prime for 7. Okay, then for 8, so to O prime for 8, so we draw from here to here like this. And then for 9, so we add this point, for 9. Okay, so this point, so we have it here for 9, so we draw a line from here for 9. And then for 10, so for 10, so draw a line from here for 10. And for 11, okay, so we draw from 11. Okay, so now, so look at where they intersect. So if you look at that of 0, so this is 0, I can see it clearly. So it touches, it touches 0 at this point. So this is the point. I can see the point very well. So this is the point. Then for 111, so it touches 11 at this point. okay, and it touches 1 at this point. So look at it, okay. Then we have what we have for 210, so coming down like this, okay, coming down like this, so it touches 10, so it touches 10. So okay, all right, so it touches 10 at this point here. This is 10, and then we have 2, so this is 10, okay. Then we have 2 at this point here, so this is for 2. So next we have what we have for okay, so for 3 9, so for 3 9, so I'm following the line. So for 3 9, so this is line 3, so it touches 3 at this point, okay. Then it touches 9, so it touches 9 at this point here. So then for 4 8, so for 4 8, so if I go down like this, so it touches 8 at this point, this is 8. Then for 4, so this is point 4, so we have 4 here, okay. Then we now have for 5 7, so for 5 7, so this is 5 7 here. So if I come down like this, so it touches 7 at this point, this is 7 here, okay. Then it touches 5 at this point, this is 5. And lastly for 6, so if I come down like this, so it intersects 6 at this point, so we have this now. So we are going to join this point together with the use of a French curve. So we use the French curve to connect this point together, okay. All right, so and I'm looking for my French curve that I'm going to use to work on this, okay. So here I have my French curve here. So I have my French curve here. So looking at what we have here, so we just have to gently join this point together. So I can join this 3 points together like this, okay. All right, so then so going like this, so I can join this point together. So join this point together like this. So I have this now, okay. So then if I turn it to this side, so turn it to this side, okay. So I can join these points, so this point like this, I can join them together like this. So we have this, okay. Then so we join this together. All right, so then for this part here, so I can join these points, join them together like this. So we have this now. So this is what we have. So what we have to do now is to produce action lines on this surface. So with my 45 degree set square, so I'm going to draw the lines like these action lines, so to show that this surface is rough, because that this part is cut off, okay. So we have this. All right, so we have this now. So what we have to do now, so this point line 1, this line at 1, so take the tick line from here to here, and this line at 11, so make the tick line from here to here. All right, so that is what we are going to have, okay. So a part of this is covered by the base here, so we have to make it short dashes arc. So that is what I'm doing here on the circle. So that's what we have here. So this is how the plan will look. Now let's go and work on the surface development, okay. Let's work on the surface development. So this point here along this vertical line that we have here, where we took 10 from here to here, I'm going to call this point, I'll call it point A. So then the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to extend this horizontal line. So we extend this horizontal line to this side like this, okay. So then I will take my compass, so taking my compass, so putting the pinpoint here at point A here, and then so this line that we have for, so this line is for 0, so for 0, we want to get the true length. So for 0, so extend to this point 0 here. Okay, then we draw an arc like this. So draw an arc like this. What we are doing is that we want to get the true length that we are going to use for the surface development. So draw this arc. So this is for 0. So let's mark it here. So this is for 0. Then next from A again to 111 to 111. So A to 111. So this is 111 here is very small. Okay. So 111. So we also draw an arc like this for 111. So this is 111 here. So this is 1 comma 11. Okay, then from A to 210, from A to 210, so this is where we have 210. Okay, so draw an arc like this. So this is for 2, okay, comma 10. Okay, then we now have from A again to 39. Okay, so this is for 39. So we just draw an arc like this. Okay, so this is for 39. So here we have this 3, comma 9. Then we have from A again to 48. So this is 48 here. So just draw an arc like this for 48. So here we have this to be 48. Okay. Alright, so this is 48. So here we have 4. So comma 8. Okay, we have this. The next one is what is 57 from A to 57. So this is 57 here. We extend it here. So this is where we have 57. So draw an arc like this. So for 57, so this is 5, comma 7. We have this. And lastly for 6, so from A extend to 6 here. So extend to this 6. Okay, then draw an arc. So draw an arc from here. So this is for 6. So we have this. Okay, so we are using this to get the true length of the cone. So just join this line, draw a line from here. So 6 to point O, and then so we have this join 57 to point O here, and then 48 to point O, and then 39 to point O, then 210 to point O, then we also have 111 to point O, then we also have 0 joined together with point O here. So we have this. So all these are the true lengths that we are going to use for the surface development. All right, so what we are going to do now for the surface development, so we are going to okay, so we come up here and we draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line like this. So we draw this horizontal line. So looking at what we have here in the question, okay, in the question, first of all, let's call this one, let's call it point O prime prime. So looking at what we have here, we are opening it from here. Okay, that's along this point, what, point 6. So which means that I'll take my compass. So you take the longest true length, which is 06. So take the longest true length, which is 06. Just take it like this. Okay. So take this distance from here to here. So from O to 6. So it's the longest one. So that's the one you have to take. Put the midpoint here at O prime prime and draw an arc like this. Okay. So along this part, so we have this. This is 0.6 because we are opening from here. So what you have to do next, so take your compass and then take this distance 2, 3 on this distance 2, 3 on the circle. Then make 12 arcs. So this is 1. Okay. So so here we have this to be 2. So then here we have 3. So this is 4. So this is 5. So here is 6. So this is 7. Here is 8. This is 9. So this is 10. So we have this to be 11. And this is 12. Okay, we have this. Okay, so we are going to have 6 here. So 6, 6. Then after 6, we have what we have We have 5, 7, so this is 7. Then we have what? We have 4, 8, so 4, 8, so this is 4, 8. So we have 8 here. Then followed by 3, 9, okay. Then we have what? We have 2, 10, and then we have 1, 11, and then we have 0, okay. So that's how we have it. Now, so let's now look at what we have to do. So with the set square, so we are going to be drawing line from this point 6 to the point O prime prime. So we draw from here 7 to point O prime prime. So we have this. Then 8 to O prime prime. So we have this. Then 9 to O prime prime. Okay, so we have this. And then 10 to O prime prime. So this is 10 to O prime prime. Then 11 to O prime prime. Okay, then we have 0 to O prime prime. Then we have what we have 1 to O prime prime. So we have this. Next we have what we have 2 to O prime prime. Then we have what we have 3 to O prime prime. Then we have 4 to O prime prime. Okay. Then we join 5 with O prime prime. So we have this. Okay. Alright, so then the next thing that we are going to do, so we take our compass. Okay. We are opening from what? We are opening from 6. So we are opening from 6. So if we are opening from 6, okay, so what we are to do now is to take what? We take 5 what? 5, 7. So we take 5, 7. So that is the true length. So we take 5, 7 like this. Okay. Then we bring the pinpoint to point O prime prime here. Make an arc on 5, and then we make an arc on 7 like this. Then next, so we have what? We have 4, 8. So 4, 8. So take this distance 4, 8. The true length 4, 8. True length 4, 8. So bringing it here, okay. So we make an arc on 4, and we make an arc on 8. Okay. Then we now have 3, 9. So bringing it here. So this is 3, 9 like this. So we make an arc. So bring it here. So we make an arc on 3. Okay, and then we make an arc on 8. Okay, next, so we have what we have 2, 10. So 2, 10. So this is 2, 10 here. So take this distance. Okay, so bring it here at O prime prime. Make an arc on 2. Make an arc on 10. So next we have 1, 11. So take this distance from here to here. This is 1, 11. This is 1, 11. So we put the pinpoint here at O prime prime, and then we make an arc on 1, make an arc on 11, and then we now have 0. So this is 0 here. So here we have this to 0. So put the pinpoint here at O prime prime, make an arc on 0. So we are going to connect this together with the use of a French curve. Okay, so I want to dot this point so that we can see it. Okay. All right, so to 6. So with the French curve, so we join this point together. So looking at what I have here, so I can see the curve. So I can see the curve as the points are arranged. Okay. So please take notes and watch very well before you begin to draw. So okay, so look at how the points are arranged. Okay, so I'm looking at this. So I have to produce a curve here like this, and then all right, so here I will have the curve here. Okay, so we have this, and then so I'll come here, and then I'm going to all right, so then so come here, I'm going to draw this, and So I'll produce this. Alright, so then this part here, so setting my French curve like this and join this together. So we have this. So this is what we have for this part. So next, so we need to this part that is cut off, we also need to produce it. So what we do, so for 6 from this point, so here we have this point to 6. So take this distance for 6. So put the pinpoint here at point O prime prime, make an arc here on 6, make an arc here on 6. And then for 5, 7, so this distance from here to here. So take this distance from here to here. So put it at point O prime prime. So make an arc on 5, make an arc on 7. Then for 4, 8, so here we are for 4, 8. So take this distance from here to here. So this is for 4 and 8. Okay, so we have this. Then for 3, 9, so 3, 9, so we have this point for 3 and 9. So this is for 3 and 9. Okay, so we have this. So putting the pinpoint here. Okay, so we make an arc on 3, we make an arc on 9. So then for 210, so this is for 210. So we take this distance for 210, then we bring it here at, so we make an arc on 2, we make an arc on 10. Then we have what we have for 111, for 111. So here I have this point for 111. So this is for point 111. So take the distance. So bringing it here. So make an arc on 1. I will make an arc on 11. So last one is for 0. So for 0 from this point. So we have this to be. So this is 0 here. So we have this to be. So this is 0. So here we have this to be 0. So putting the pinpoint here, so make an arc here on 0. So next, so we are going to connect this point together with the use of a French curve. So let me just dot the points. I love making the point. Okay, so I love dotting the points out so that I can see where I'm supposed to set the French curve. Okay, so having done this, the next thing that I'm going to do is to set the French curve. So I can join these 4 points together like this. So join these 4 points together. And then so on this part here, so I'm going to use the French curve to connect this point together like this. So we have this, and then on this side, I will also do the same thing. So join this point together. Okay, so we have this. And then so on this side, so I'm going to set my French curve here, and then I will connect. So I'll connect this point. So connect this point together like this. So we have this. All right, so then so finally, so we need to make this line. So we make this line a thick line from here to here, and then we also make this line, make the thick line from here to here. All right, so this is the surface development of this truncated oblique cone. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. When you practice this, become a master at this work. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you.